And recording. So, one of the first videos I reacted to was by a band called Botch. Song was Transitions from Persona to Object, and it was a really fun, really wild live show. Kind of like math rock inspired kind of sound. Reminded me a lot of the Dillinger Escape Plan, excuse me, and no one's really reacted to it. No one really made any suggestions, but I enjoyed the song so much that I've been meaning to get back to it and like actually hear more from the band. So it looks like the next song to do is probably Man the Ramparts. And I just arrived at that through YouTube search. I couldn't find a live version of this, so I'm just gonna go straight off the album, which looks like it's called "We Are the Romans." Nice and sludgy. Good place to give it a break. This is really cool and interesting sounding as far as like the construction goes. It came in really deliberate and slow and kind of sludgy with the guitar work, but it was just like layering the sound kind of simplistically at a lower tempo, and then it's starting to build the craziness, and like the walls of sound are just like piling in on each other, and you can hear the guitar going on like the ones and threes for that portion, and the drums going on the twos and fours. So it's kind of like a competing. It's competing for your attention. Like they're complementary, but at the same time, they're. It's not like a polyrhythm. It's more just like a standard approach, but just off kilter enough where it's creating this dissonance. It just sounds cool. It sounds really cool. Bass sounds good. Bass has a nice fuzz to it. Transition. Waiting for the transition so I can pause it. Sounds like this could be the last track on the album. Ooh, I'm gonna rewind that. I was just waiting for that so I can like get the magnitude of the switch. Uh, there's a real jazz-like quality to this, and this is interesting too because this is a lot different from the previous song I've heard by them. Granted, that was a live concert setting, so they needed to have more energy. With this one, it's more subdued and, like I said earlier, deliberate. This part here with like the chanting, it's setting a mood, it's setting a vibe. That part that the repeating sort of fuzzy bass piece, it was very minimal, and it reminded me of like Fugazi a little bit. Yeah, this is not what I was, not quite what I was expecting, but this is like kind of blowing my mind a little bit. Like how have I never heard of this band prior to these videos? Let's get back to that switch. Effect on the voice. Thought my headphones were blown out. Still a minute left. Yeah, there's been like an epic kind of quality to this song. I think it's from the high contrast of like lower tempo kind of pieces, very minimal sort of instrumentation contrasted with the walls of sound, and then the more elaborate stuff, and then the different the overlapping kind of guitar work, drumming like off kilter a little bit, so like it fills up the entire space of what they're doing. Like a minute of silence. That's strange. Yeah, but this sounded really cathartic too. Like it's stretching out the slower portions like so much to like build that anticipation until you finally get that release of the boom, the way. I'm curious if this is the right song because I don't think they said "Man the Ramparts" at all, and they said "We Are the Romans" a bunch. So I don't know if I clicked the right song. But yeah, two different takes of two different songs I've heard by them now. So it looks like they do like a lot. Like their versatility seems to be kind of like off the rails. And they're obviously really good musicians. This construction of the song is pretty impressive. And it was 10, 11 minutes. That kind of flew by, except for that last minute where there was nothing at all. And is that how it is in the album, or is this just the upload? That's interesting.